Hi and welcome to the Your Election tutorials. This is part 2 of the tutorial on how to play the game Your Election, Your Way to the White House. In part 1 of this tutorial, we looked at the election headquarters and poll results. In part 2, we are going to take a look at fundraising and campaign actions. We left off the last tutorial here looking at the poll results. We looked at the results in the states. We tagged some states we want to concentrate on, and now we're ready to raise some money so that we can run our campaign. To go to the fundraising page, all you need to do is move up to the buttons and click on the Raise Money button. This will bring you to campaign fundraising activities. Here you will find a page where you'll see your current funds, and here you'll have a list of activities that you can do to raise money for the next turn. This won't raise the money for this turn. The activities will increase the amount of funds that you'll receive in the next turn. If I click on this list here, it'll show me the activities that I can choose from. Each activity costs money. In order to get money, you need to pay money. You can choose any one of these or several of these. Once you've chosen the activity, all you need to do is click on Add Action. This will add the action to your activity list. You can see this list by scrolling down to the reports and additional information part of the game. And here you'll see that you've already taken the action targeting this telephone action targeting major industrial firms. You've done this one time. Now you can choose one or several more actions. Each action that you choose will show up in this list. Once you've concluded your fundraising activities, then you can move on to the actual campaigning activities. The activities that will influence how well you are doing in the polls and what the final results of the election will be. To go to the campaigning activities, move down here to the buttons again. Click on the button Actions. This page is similar to the fundraising activities. You'll also see up above how much money you have to spend in this turn. Down below you'll have a list of campaign activities, a list of states, and a box where you can choose how many times to do the activities. If I look at the activities again, you'll see that each activity has a name. In parentheses you'll see how much the activity costs, and finally at the end you'll see how many times you're allowed to do this activity per turn. And now it's kind of hard to tell at the beginning, but if you look at the first 6 activities closely, you'll see that these are activities that have a national influence. A national TV spot obviously affects the whole nation. The meeting with European heads of states will probably be covered by national news, therefore it will have a national impact on your poll results. The activities below that have a local scope. The influence of these activities will just affect the state that you choose in the next box. So if you do an appearance at a local church or do a bus tour through a certain state, it will only affect your poll results in that state. Now here you also have a maximum number of times you can do this activity. This maximum number of time refers to how often you can do this activity in one state. So if it says 3 times, then you can do this actions 3 times in, say, Washington State, 3 times in California, 3 times in Texas, 3 times in each state. Of course, sooner or later you'll run out of money, so you won't be able to do it probably in all states, but if you had enough money, you could. So after you choose an action, you then choose a state, or no state if it's a national action, and finally the number of times you want to do this action. Finally, you click on the button Add Action, and like in the fundraising section, this will be added to your list of actions, which you can then see down here in the reports and additional information area. That was a national action that I just chose. Let's try a local action. In order to do a local action, you need to just click on a state. Here you can see that this state has plus signs in front of it and behind it, whereas the other states don't. Now, if you can remember, when I was looking at the poll results and looking at the election map and the table of states, I could tag a state, and here all the states that I tagged will have the plus signs in front and behind the name. That way I can see which states I chose while I was looking at the poll results. A little bit more help for the user is the latest poll results will also be shown in this list in case you forgot, or if you don't want to switch back to the poll results page, you can still see the results from the last poll here. Now, going back to my local action, I've picked a local TV spot. Now I need to choose the states that I want to do the spot in. And now this is where I can use the tagging of states. Now I've decided that Illinois and Ohio and Texas will be states that I want to concentrate my efforts in. So in order to do the action in these states, I can click on the states one at a time, or to speed things up, I can press the Control key and click on the states that I want to do the action in. This will highlight the 3 states that I just clicked on, and if I choose to do the action 2 times and click on Add Action, this will add the action in all 3 states, Texas, Ohio, and Illinois. You'll see that I've done the action 2 times in those states. You keep doing this until you've run out of money, or decided that you've done enough campaigning. When you're done with this, you're pretty much done with your turn. You've raised your money, you've decided what campaign actions you want to do in this turn. All you need to do now is to go to the last button, End Turn. This will complete your turn. When you go back to your election headquarters, you'll see that your turn. If you look at your opponent's information, though, you'll see that they haven't ended their turn yet. So you'll have to wait until they've completed their turn before the game can continue. Once your opponent has completed their turn, new poll results will be calculated, and you'll see these in the poll results area. You can then continue to raise money and take actions until all turns have been played. After the final turn, the final election results will be calculated and a winner will be determined. And that's pretty much all there is to playing the game. You check your poll results, raise money, and take actions, and hopefully you've done what it takes to win the election. Thanks for watching the video. Enjoy the game.